Alright guys, what you're looking at here is my Paretroplus menarambos 1 year later. Got these back in June of last year, about a quarter size each one of them. I did get 8 at the time. My anticipation was to have about 6 of them survive. I know that they were kind of a schooling type fish, so I wanted that kind of interaction in the actual aquarium. Not necessarily a species only aquarium, but I wanted it to be like an area specific, like a Madagascar tank. At any rate, all 8 have survived. They've proven to be very hardy fish. Really relatively easy to keep. And in the meantime, I have mixed in some other Madagascar fish. Back in February, when I changed these guys over to this 180, you guys remember this guy from my 220, the Poloni. He's doing really well. I did add another Poloni and some Lamini or Norasati, whichever you prefer to call them. I got 3 of them, of these guys in here. Awesome fish, all of them. I mean, this whole Madagascar selection, I really do enjoy it. You don't really see a whole lot of them around, which is kind of a shame. They're actually cool looking fish. The behaviors are very similar to anything like an African cichlid. You can kind of see like a little, they do that constant like chasing, but never any damage. They also do, it could be attributed to wanting to eat. I just turned the lights on, and so they think they're getting fed here soon. Now the rock work, I have that set up so that there's definitely some caves. You can kind of see them flowing in and out of those. It's actually pretty cool at night if I come down here. You'll probably have 5 or 6 fish inside the cave sleeping. Just kind of like what an mbuna would do. It's pretty cool to watch. The one activity I have seen, you see the plants all on one side. Last time I did show this video, I had the branch thing as the centerpiece, and then I kind of spread the plants and the rocks around a little bit. I've switched over the plants to all to one side. The reason I do that, and plants don't look all that great, but they've actually gotten better. I actually got a different light on there now. Seems to be helping them out. But they just tore the crap out of the plants, like chewed them up, and you can kind of see the holes in this one a little bit. But when they're all on one side, they seem to kind of leave them alone. So it'd be one thing if anybody's looking to keep them. Plants they look cool in a planted tank, but they aren't necessarily easy on the plants. So when I bunch them up, and you can see the Poloni actually kind of like uses it like a jungle type thing where he goes in and out of it. I mean, they all do to a point, but the Poloni seem to really like the cover over there. This guy was just over there 2 minutes ago, but now he's just kind of camping out. At any rate, guys, really excited about this tank. I would say it's one of my favorites. Definitely between this and my peacock bass tank. This one though, I really like that everything is from the same area. It's all Madagascar. There's no algae, or there's nothing else from anywhere else. It's definitely a region-specific tank, and that's what I really like. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you had any questions on these fish, I'd be glad to answer. I mean, I don't have the most knowledge, but I do have a little bit of it. It's an awesome fish to keep. Like I said, these guys are a little bit over a year old now. They're very slow growers, so I'm hoping here within the next year we'll see some breeding activity. So I'm probably going to change up a little bit in the tank. I'm trying to avoid the clay pot look. I really don't like that, but I know that's primarily what people use for it. Yep, I see a little activity there. That Poloni, I was going to maybe square off a little bit, but so anyway, with the clay pots, we'll see what I have to do. I have this in there. It's not for breeding purpose, but I was kind of just thinking about it being like a flat surface for them to put their eggs on. So I might relocate that once I maybe see some spawning activity. Alright guys, last thing I wanted to throw in this video was about the Poloni a little bit. Just wanted to talk about their demeanor. Um, I did a video on them, which I feel was an accurate portrayal. I did have him in the Malawi tank with the haps. He did fine. Nobody really paid any attention to him, and he didn't pay any attention to anybody else. I put him in here because I wanted the Madagascar setup. The only issue I ever noticed was that he stays like right in the middle here or on the lower level, kind of more like a frontosa. Doesn't really attack the food like an African cichlid would. So you just kind of have to watch when you're feeding him with an African cichlid, because they aren't as aggressive feeding. Kind of a case in point is you see all these my little Norsadis in here, the minis. I mean, this guy wouldn't even be a snack for him, and and when I got him, he was even smaller. So they just really aren't into aggressive feeding like I guess has been talked about on Facebook and whatnot. So before you buy into Facebook hype, guys, take a second, maybe watch a video or two, do a little research, and maybe ask somebody that has them what their demeanor is, and what kind of proper setup would be for them. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Remember, they're just stupid fish videos. Take care and have a good weekend.